I learned more about life from supporting Manchester United than I ever did in a school classroom. I know that sounds crazy, but genuinely you'd be surprised how much you can learn from supporting a football club and being a part of a fan base. For you to understand where this video comes from, I need to tell you about one of the most traumatic days of my life. It was a fateful day last year. I don't know what month it was. I think it was March, maybe even April, maybe February, right? And I was in this room watching TV with my dad, and Man United were playing Liverpool. And long story short, the game ended 7-0. And the traumatic thing is that is the first and last time I ever shed a tear over a sports team that I'm not playing for. That day I was depressed. The game finished at like 7:30. I went to bed at 7:45. People on the football group chat that I'm on, they were like, where's Takura, where's Takura? I had gone to sleep because I couldn't handle the pain. And from that day onwards, I promised that I would never let anything, any football team, any cricket team, any whatever, Formula One, affect me that way. It actually wasn't that traumatic, but I remember that day like it was yesterday. Damn. The first thing I learned is that people will live through anyone but themselves. When everyone's born, they start off with dreams and aspirations, right? The things that they want to do, ways in which they want to improve their life. See, I think we were born with this vision of what we want our life to be, right? And like all good things in life, that takes effort. See, life is like this marathon where every single day you put a step forward, go right, left, right, left. Many of those steps will be painful. In fact, in many of those steps, you'll be wondering how you're going to get energy for the next one. But if you stick through it, it's going to be worth it. And most people, instead of running this marathon themselves, they would rather watch someone else do it. They would rather watch someone else go left, right, left, right. They would rather watch someone else become better at their craft, receive the accolades for their effort, than do it themselves. Based off of pure statistics, you're a spectator. Like there's like a 97% chance that you are a spectator. See, while others are improving, while others they're learning about their skills, they're refining their craft, you're watching them do it. And you're cheering them on and you're like, yeah. I noticed this with Man United. People live vicariously through their club. See, people will find their favorite player. Maybe it's Kobe Mainoo, maybe it's Marcus Rashford, and they will live through that player. They'll start ruminating on why a player did this, and I wonder how this player is feeling after the game. I wonder how he feels because he didn't pass that ball. Failing to realize that these people that they are wondering about, these people that they spend the whole day ruminating over, are just human beings. They are simply human beings. Smarter ones than you. One of my friends became a professional cricketer. And I know him personally, right? So one day I thought to myself, would it make sense for someone else to ruminate over my friend, to be constantly thinking, I wonder what this person is doing, I wonder what he's doing, I wonder how he feels now that he's out. And I'm like, no, that is the most stupid thing. I'm his best friend. I don't even care about that stuff. I just like talking to him, we support each other, whatnot. I don't even think, I wonder what he's thinking. Like, no. You know how stupid that is? You don't even think about that for your best friend, not let alone you're doing that for some stranger who doesn't even know you exist. The second life lesson I learned through watching Man United is that most people have weak minds. I noticed that a lot of football fans will let anything and everything control them and never be mindful of it. See, their team loses and they spend the next 3-4 days complaining like, why didn't this player do this? This player is so bad, this player this player that, right? But then on the very next match day when their team wins, they'll go into work on Monday morning with the biggest smile on their face, being nice to everyone. Why? Because their team won. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel any emotions from your team, that you shouldn't love your football team. I love Man United, despite everything that I've said. I love Man United.
United won today. Ahmad. Oh no.
All he's trying to do is hit it into the far side of the goal, and he gets it
Quetchy.
absolutely spot on. It's the only place.
Quetchy.
If I had a wife and she was like, pick me or pick Manchester United, I would send her out the house and I'd make her wear a Man United shirt so that she knows her place. But like, that's besides the point. The point is people let Man United, they let football control them way too much. Anything and everything can control them but themselves. Though I love Man United, I don't let it negatively affect me. Right? You know how traders, they have their risk to reward ratio of like, okay, I'm going to risk 1%, but I can gain 5%. That's how it is with Man United. Man United will never make me sad for more than 30 minutes. But it can make me happy for the next 2 days. And I think that's how people need to structure it. They need to be mindful of how they let these football clubs affect them. And this video even transcends football clubs. How do you let people affect you? Right? Someone who says something to you and you'll be so upset, but the same person who says something to you and you'll be so happy. You are that person's slave. A lot of people are slaves to their football clubs. They're emotional slaves. That when their football club is doing well, they're the happiest person on earth. When their football club is now doing bad, they're depressed. The third thing that I learned from watching Man United is that most people enjoy seeing other people fail more than they enjoy succeeding. This was Manchester United's second worst Premier League season in history, right? But the odd thing is, I genuinely enjoyed this season more than I enjoyed any other season. Why? Because the teams that I don't like weren't doing well, or they failed at the most painful moment. So it's like I enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed seeing Arsenal fans thinking that they're gonna win the league, and then on the last day they're just like, damn. And again, all of the things in this video, they transcend football. People in general, they enjoy seeing other people fail more than they enjoy succeeding. And the easiest way you can tell this is look at the comments of, like, let's say there's some famous person or someone who's good at something. Look at the comments. When they do something bad, you'll see thousands of comments, right? I can guarantee you that 99% of those 1,000 people who are commenting aren't doing anything in their life. They're finding joy from that other person failing, right? Because they can't succeed, or they aren't trying to succeed. I realized for myself that the only time I enjoy seeing other people not do as well is when I am not doing as well. Like, imagine if everything was going well for you, like business was booming, the gym gains were coming in, you had your perfect woman, you wouldn't care. You would be walking on cloud 9, like you'd be floating. Like, you wouldn't even be walking, you would just be floating through this earth because everything is so well. If you find any satisfaction in seeing other people fail, it shows that you have nothing to be joyful for. Fourth thing that I learned from supporting Man United is that people have short memories. No matter what you've done in the past, no matter how much you've done for someone, right? They will forget in the moment. They won't forget it forever, but in the moment, when emotions are high, people are going to forget. And there's nothing that you can change about that. See, you're going to do it as well. I'm going to do it as well. Someone is going to piss me off. One day, my mom is going to piss me off for my dad. And in that moment, in the heat of that, I'm going to forget everything that my dad's done for me. I'm going to forget all the times he paid my school fees. I'm going to forget all the times he bought me the shoes that I asked for. I'm going to forget everything. In life, people have short memories. They're not going to remember all the things you've done for them. So I think above all, you need to make sure that you're doing things for yourself. Not being selfish. Not saying that, no, I need to eat first, I need to do this, but genuinely living a life that you enjoy. Contributing to the world in a way that you enjoy, because people have short memories. So if people are going to forget what you've done, if people are going to forget that, you know what, he actually tried here, he actually looked out for me here, then I'm not saying don't look out for people, but I'm saying look out for people. Do good, but in a way that you enjoy. The fifth and final thing I learned from watching Man United is that you can't change someone else's mind. There were many days, in fact, I'll continue to do it, I don't know why, but there are many times where I've been arguing with fans of Man United as to what the problem is. And you can use all the logic in the world, but you can't change someone's mind. They'll say that the problem is the manager, but then you're like, oh, look at the players we have. These players are bad. No other club is going to buy our players. Whenever we try to sell our players, no one's trying to buy them, right? Look at the structure of the club. We don't even have a CEO. These other clubs, their football CEOs are actually footballing people. Our CEO is an accountant. And you can lay all the facts, all the logic, and you can't change someone's mind. And to be honest, you can't change my mind as well. If I think the problem with Man United is the players, now you tell me the manager's problem, I'm not going to listen to you. Those are the 5 lessons I've chosen to share that I've learned from watching Man United. And I can show you that those lessons are more than I learned in the classroom. Quadratic formula.